Roy here with Team Diva Real Estate at Coldwell Banker Bain. Welcome to my new series, Coffee with Roy, where we make an awesome cup of coffee and chat about what's going on in Seattle's real estate market. I want to break down one of my favorite, and the team's favorite, ways to watch an ever-changing market. The system is called the demand rate. But before we jump into that, let's make some coffee. Today I'm drinking coffee from Counterculture Roasters in Emeryville, California. I stop by there whenever I'm in the Bay Area visiting family. I'm brewing today's beans through a fellow pour-over. The roast is called Fast Forward, and I love it because it's rich and warm, which is needed on a foggy day like today. Super satisfying. Okay, let's dive into what's going on in the market. We like to use a method to evaluate real-time market data called the demand rate. The demand rate looks at how many buyers are in a market compared to how many homes are available. Most Seattle brokers are looking at the average closed sale price from the previous month. This is useless if the market is changing every single week. To understand a market's patterns, you have to gauge how many interested buyers are out there. This helps us understand if a house is likely to have no offers or 10 plus offers, and this can be important for both buyers and sellers. For instance, you have a red hot month of multiple offers because there are so few homes available. Then the next week, 3 or 4 neighbors suddenly put their house up for sale. Sure, last month, the list to sale price average was 10% over asking, but this month there are more homes and fewer buyers. Instead of multiple offers, those neighbors can now expect their home prices to level off or even take a dip. Only looking at last month's list to sale price is not going to work if you want a right now read on the market. So what's happening in the market right now? January and February are notoriously slow listing months. Most sellers think listing their home in April and May will help their home shine because the flowers are in bloom. But the reality is there are always more buyers in the earlier part of the year, and there's not enough supply to meet the demand. Calculating the demand rate is rather simple. You pick your desired area and then divide the number of active homes by the number of pending homes. This is the demand rate. Right now, all of the Seattle real estate market is glowing multiple offer market. For every condo buyer in the market, you have 0.80 of a condo available to buy. Put that another way, there are 4 condos for every 5 buyers, which is not far off from 1-to-1. Townhouses are even more intense. Many projects were stalled because of supply chain issues, the price of wood, and the lack of available home builders. Right now, there's 0.25 of a townhouse available for every buyer. Or put another way, there's 1 home for every 4 buyers. And the part that I find fascinating is that many detached single-family homes are running at the same demand rate as condos, meaning there's a smidge less than 1 home for every buyer and a demand rate of 0.8. What's interesting about this too is that we have a luxury market that's likely pulling this number larger because that market moves a lot slower than the rest of the market does. And also, these numbers will change neighborhood by neighborhood. So if you want localized information for your neighborhood, just hit me up. I'm happy to run the demand rate for you. My advice for buyers is this: you have to just hang in there and be honest with yourself about what you can buy and where. Using the demand rate can help you better understand if the market you're looking in will continue to shoot up or if it's time to capitalize on the abundance of inventory. Interest rates will go up this year, and that means your buying power will be greatly reduced later in the year. So focus your energy on where you will have the best chance of success. I'm going to leave a blog in the notes below with Team Diva's advice on how to win a home in Seattle's multiple offer market. My advice for sellers is this: if you can bring your home on the market in the next 2 to 3 months, you will be in the winning seat. Using the demand rate will help us select the list price that is both attractive and competitive with the comps in your neighborhood. The same interest rates rising will also impact your ability to sell your house later in the year. I'll also leave a link to our blog below for how to sell your home in Seattle. Thanks for sharing a cup of coffee and a chat about real estate. Make sure you give this video a little love and hit that like button, and more importantly, subscribe to our channel so you can always hear what's going on with Team Diva. If you know someone that would benefit from this info, share the video with them. And you can always find us on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Roy Powell with Team Diva Real Estate at Coldwell Banker Bain. And next month, make sure you let me know which coffee I should be drinking. Bye!